Gratitude, greetings, and good evening, everyone. And hello, and welcome back to the Shipra Effect podcast. And I'm your host, Shipra. And today, first, I would like to ask you a question: that what if success was not just about climbing the corporate ladder, but about uplifting others along the way? So today, the person with whom we have with us live is Debarati, and she is a dynamic leader in the corporate world who is also on a soulful mission to build a kinder and purpose-driven planet. And with over a decade of experience and in data analytics leadership, now blends her uh, sharp business expertise with this deep wisdom as a certified life coach and relationship and holistic lifestyle coach. So in today's conversation we are going to deep dive into this alchemy of happiness, strategy and soul around career and calling, logic and love, everything. So get ready to meet the women who is proving us that you don't have to choose between impact and income. You can lead with both heart and excellence. So a very warm welcome, Devati.
Thank you so much, Shipra. Thank you so much. I am
You're
grateful
most,
for this opportunity.
you're most welcome. So Devati, from like boardrooms to breath work, that what was the exact moment that made you shift from the data-driven corporate life to the soulful world of holistic coaching?
Oh, I cannot say that it was a particular day or time when I really felt it, but it was gradual. It was gradual that I kept feeling that I am creating impact, maybe in some way, some indirect ways, but
Hmm.
I feel disconnected from the real human impact.
Right.
Right. I was solving problems. Sometimes I was feeling that, yeah, I am solving problems only thinking with my head,
Hmm.
but not connecting with them so that a customer, as I handled more and more customer service in my job also, I
Hmm.
kept feeling that selling, even in corporate world, is not only from data or whatever value you can show them, whatever technology you are giving them, pricing, but it is a heart to heart thing,
Right.
right? When you build that trust, when you build that impact, when you bring that people see that change, yes, they are getting a better product or a better service. That is when they come with you. They keep that relationship with you. And in some of the corporates nowadays, we focus too much on the numbers. I feel that. And that is when I think it kept me thinking, what else
Hmm.
can I do? What else can I do? And that
Hmm.
is where I think I myself started entering the world of coaching and impact, made the change in myself first
Hmm.
before I became a coach. I connected with myself. From being a data girl, always looking for things, evidences, I sometimes stopped looking at that side, which made me feel empty in the final run. And I started connecting with myself more. And
Hmm.
when I started looking for things on how to connect with yourself more, techniques came up like breathing work, more journaling, and
Hmm.
I started doing all those. And I
Hmm.
think these things, as I started operating more from my heart, my work patterns also change. My
Right.
relationship with my fellow colleagues also change. So it
Hmm.
changes you overall as a person. The way you deal your life towards your life, towards your lifestyle, towards your life relationships, everything keeps changing. So that is how I gradually shifted from the corporate mentality to a mentality where I can operate more from the heart.
Right. And this is so true that, as you said, na, ki it starts from within. When we start improving, changing ourselves, then people around us, the environment around us automatically changes. And so, like you have mastered both
Automatically
this
change.
analytics and awareness. Okay, so how do you merge this logic and intuition when guiding someone through their life chaos?
I think both are has a place in guiding people. Um,
Right.
in specifically, you look when you look at the holistic part of it, the body part of it, your
Hmm.
body's intelligence sometimes gives you the signals which your mind might be missing. I can give you a
Right.
story of a lady who actually got two job offers. Yeah.
Okay.
So one was this job offer she was explaining me, and it had
Hmm.
the perfect title. It had, quite a good pay and then benefits and everything. But when she was describing this job,
Hmm.
her body somehow felt a bit tensed.
Okay.
But she was like, yeah, this seems a really good opportunity. And there was
Hmm.
another opportunity. She was comparing between two opportunities. And there were
Hmm.
another opportunity she was describing, though the pay was not really, but I felt the way she was describing it, she herself was more interested and would enjoy that job more. So you can see her voice getting, her face glowing,
Hmm.
her voice
Yes.
being much more enthusiastic when she was.
Hmm.
But she was
Hmm.
comparing when you are looking from the logic perspective. You see, yeah,
Hmm.
this looks so good on the paper and a
Ah,
better
yes.
pay, benefits, everything. But
Hmm.
your body is giving you the signal. And this,
Hmm.
though the pay is less, but your body is giving you the signal, yes, your body is feeling excited when you are even describing the job.
Yes.
Right. So,
Right.
and later she take up the second one. She took a
Hmm.
chance. She took up the
Hmm.
second one. She
Hmm.
was performing fabulous because she was like totally into the job. It was it was giving her so much happiness doing all those things. She got promoted and she went on doing with this job. So you see that both has their places. Some look more towards the
Yes.
logic part of it. Some looks towards more towards
Hmm.
the the intuition part of it. You
Right.
get your body signals. Your body
Hmm.
gives you data through sensations.
Hmm.
Right. So some look at the worksheets. Some, like, say, for other people, you look for promotions when you are saying looking go you want to move ahead, get promotions.
Hmm.
But sometimes you need to connect with yourself and question yourself. Is
Yes.
promotion the thing that I am really looking toward to? I know
Hmm. Right.
one friend of mine who has done that. She was getting promotion. More promotion means higher job responsibility, putting in more efforts. But she was
Hmm.
already going through disturbed sleep patterns. She was going through digestive issues, managing
Hmm.
everything, stress situations. So
Hmm.
what she did, like, finally, is she did not take up the promotion. Rather, she found out a way to work to have a sort of remote work arrangement, partly
Hmm.
remote work arrangement.
Hmm.
So you have to not only see the logic of everything,
But
but
intuition.
connect with yourself and look at the intuition that you are getting about that situation, about that. So I help some of my clients manage their these type of sensations. Yeah, look deep, connect with yourself, then you will be able to hear that intuition. I help them, some of them, to track their energy patterns.
Right.
Right. No, you can track your energy pattern also. In fact, I do it for myself. So I
Yes.
have my goals. In fact, like, this might seem weird, but I have a goal to be at my highest energy level every day.
Hmm.
Right. Now I have
Right.
marked my category, like, if I'm feeling this type, then this is my highest energy. If I am
Right.
not really feeling up to that, this is my mild energy level. And there are days when if your routine goes really off, you feel at the lowest energy. So your
Yes.
aim should be, yeah, this is something intuition based metric, you can say. No one can really measure it, but you can.
Yes.
Right. It has logic, but it's intuition based metrics that you can have for yourself and then track
Hmm.
it. The goal is to be at your highest energy most of the times so that you
Hmm.
can perform at your best. But there will be low days sometimes in between. But this is how you go about merging
Right.
both of them.
Hmm. Right. So true. And this one thing which you told, na, that energy. what you said, like
Energy
we
management. Energy
energy.
management. I try to manage it. Yes.
Yes, that is very good for, I think, for everyone who are working, because throughout the day we need to see what energy we have and at what time we have, so that we can plan our, I think, most important task or the priorities which we have in that time of the day,
And look at your
right?
activities as well. What are the small
Yes.
things? Like for me, meditation and exercise and waking up early are
Hmm.
really some non-negotiables because
Yes.
that three things are things which affect all other things in my day.
So
So look
true.
for those activities which keep you up to that energy level.
Yes, this is also very important. We should, because everyone has few tasks which they know कि when they do, they are so productive throughout their day and their energy is also high. So I think we should focus on those tasks, and they should be our non-negotiable, so that we can achieve our goals what we want to do.
Achieve well. It is important. Energy management is very important to achieve on our goals.
Right. This is
Especially, I
very, I
think,
think,
especially as women.
yes,
Especially as women,
because
because it's like we have to manage so many things before you really work on our goals, our personal goals.
right. And this is so true which you said, and this is, I think, very important and very easy also activity. If everyone wants to do that, then they can do this also. And also they will feel like,
Yes,
what's that one corporate lesson that unexpectedly turned into a life mantra for you as a coach?
I think I can say something like about you know um happiness. Corner some myths. I think that only correlation of these things that yeah, going up the corporate ladder will all like you started with this thing, right? Going up the corporate ladder is not
Hmm.
something that will always give you the happiness. Corner office does not mean happiness.
Hmm.
Maybe you feel really happy when you are able to do a 6 a.m. walk consistently. Maybe you are really happy when you are working with a team which has boundaries.
Right.
Maybe you are when you are working with a team who has that respect, that honesty, that you can have honest conversation, you can have vulnerability. Your team member need not come and tell you if in case that, and errors happen, right? Every
Hmm.
team knows that yeah, errors will happen, mishaps will
Yes.
happen, whatever you might try, mishaps
Hmm.
happen in product companies, in services, but your
Hmm.
team can be vulnerable with you.
Hmm.
Right. So
Right.
vulnerability, happiness, these are things I think that these has turned into my corporate lesson you can say, and then my life mantra. I I felt this thing within my team when I'm being more vulnerable with them, they
Hmm.
also repeat that pattern. They also
Yes.
come up with things. They
Hmm.
also let me know things which they otherwise would not have said.
Right.
Right. This
Hmm.
and these, I look for feelings. And I think that is where I mentioned you. I started operating more from heart rather than from the head. So
Hmm.
I would actually keep questioning myself in any situation that where is some team member is feeling in some different way, in one way. If one of my clients is feeling in that,
Hmm.
I turn to logic again. I try to
Hmm.
figure out that why are they feeling that way,
Hmm.
find out the logic behind it.
Yes.
What is making them feel in that way? It not
Hmm.
just everything looks good in the outside. Yeah,
Hmm.
some clients just come and they first come, na, they will say, yeah, everything is if perfect in my life. This is going okay. That is going okay. But
Hmm.
as you go step by step, they open up
A
and
little
then
deeper.
you get
Hmm.
to know the deeper things. Yes, so it was
Yes.
looking all impressive from the outside, but
Hmm.
as you went inside, things come up, and then people feel better. Feel then they try connecting with themselves, solving the real problems.
Hmm. Yes.
So I think
And
that's the fact we all
hmm.
should be moving towards,
Yes. And the
connecting really with
vulnerability.
ourselves deep.
Hmm. Right. And also, na, the vulnerability part which you said, I think this is also very important, because sometimes For people to understand and things, we need to tell them and show them that what is the thing that we want to express to them or say to them, right? And as you talked about happiness, right? So you, in your journey to this alchemy of happiness, what have you found? First of all, that what is this alchemy of happiness? First you tell this, then we will move to the next question.
So, my brand, Alchemy of Happiness, helps people to have their ultimate happiness in life, to live
Hmm.
each day with a meaningful purpose,
Hmm.
and to feel like, I believe when you live each day with a purpose, with an intention, then you feel fulfilled and you get the ultimate happiness.
Yes, right. Huh.
Happiness is not really that final destination. That, yeah, I sometimes felt that in my life.
Hmm.
If had I got this promotion, had I found the right partner, had I got,
Right.
this gift, I will be
Hmm.
happy. But it
Hmm.
is a state of mind. In fact, you
Hmm.
go to any of these spiritual courses and anywhere, they will also
Hmm.
teach you the same thing, that you happiness comes from inside.
Hmm.
None of the outside, your external objects can give you that happiness.
Yes, but people
So
think this way
my
only, the way you are saying, na, ki, I
yeah,
have achieved this milestone, so I will be happy. So like this.
I was that person. I was that person. I used to always feel, and at a certain point, as we were discussing earlier, that from the corporate, I sometimes felt that I was numbing my heart and doing a lot of things
Hmm.
just for the sake of doing before connecting with myself. Right. So from there, and that is where again it comes that the as you have with the alchemy of happiness, it helps you to align your mind, body, and soul.
So, right.
So when you
Yes.
really connect with your soul, you get to
Hmm.
understand that what are the things that you should be
Hmm.
doing to
Hmm.
get that happiness in your daily life. You
Hmm.
control, and your mind and body supports with it. You can
Right.
have mind trainings, different types of journaling to dig deep inside your soul and then
Hmm.
repattern your thoughts, that
Hmm.
rephrase your news to old stories to new ones. And body also has an effect on it. The
Right.
food you eat, the
Hmm.
energy levels that you operate in, all these
Hmm.
are parts of the puzzle.
Yes.
So when all of these come together, the mind, body, and soul, and on a daily basis, you can lead a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Right.
So
Right.
that is what my alchemy of happiness is trying to
Hmm.
spread that knowledge among, educate people with that knowledge, so that
Hmm.
they can. And this is nothing new. It was there in our culture, I think. Somehow on the
Hmm.
way we have started disconnecting with these things. None of
Yes.
these
That's.
knowledge, none of these things are new concepts.
Hmm.
It's just being repackaged, I think.
Right. And also, Devarti, like you said na, about this happiness and mind, body, and soul connection. So, what do you think is the biggest block that is stopping people from leading a fulfilling personal lives also while chasing their professional success also?
I think that, like I was saying, that happiness, you think it is an destination.
Hmm.
Like you keep on doing things. So what happens is you do not connect with yourself. And I think that is where
Yes.
both personal and professional success fulfillment, both of that comes from there.
Hmm.
Once you connect with yourself and you know where you want to be, both of them becomes easy. So you then, you don't do things just to tick them off. You
Hmm.
know
Right.
that maybe other people are doing that, but it's not
Hmm.
important for you. Like, say,
Hmm.
watching movies. To be
Right.
honest, I am not really, it's not that I don't enjoy, but I
Hmm.
don't watch too much of movies, or I'm not really into movies or, online platforms, the web series and all.
Hmm.
People enjoy that. But when I
Yes.
connected with myself, I felt that
Hmm.
no, this is not really something I like consuming. everyone is doing around you. Just to
Hmm.
tick that off, I don't
Hmm.
choose to do it now. So we need to
Hmm.
figure out things or ask us questions after connecting with ourselves that
Hmm.
what if I don't do these things? What if
Hmm.
vulnerability is something I would like? Now, earlier I never thought of vulnerability as an option. Now I think
Yes.
vulnerability is important for me. So what
Hmm.
if vulnerability is not and weakness and I can showcase others that it is a strength? What
Strength.
if
Right.
resting is not seen as a laziness?
Hmm.
Yeah, taking pause, taking rest, taking that pause and thinking if I'm in the right direction.
Hmm.
Some for others it will feel that oh she is like being lazy. But maybe I'm
Right.
reflecting at that time.
Hmm.
Right. So that can be the thing. What if
Hmm.
that just being, we women are always taught so much to do, keep on doing.
Hmm.
Right, and that's there in the culture because culturally we have been conditioned that unless you do the task, you are not considered valuable. What
Right.
if we change that? We just say that, yeah, just managing the task is good enough,
Hmm.
and I don't want to really do that. Delegation in home management, like when I teach some of the time management techniques to people, in home
Hmm.
management, you in corporate, we really see this work delegation as a very powerful tool.
Right.
But when it comes to home management, you phrase delegation and you ask people that you want to delegate out some of the activities, like especially for things like cooking, cleaning still people
Ha.
accept, but cooking and some other
Yes.
activities, there is a lot of resistances there,
Very much.
like in many people, many people.
Hmm.
So you can think of these things like I think these are the small twigs
Hmm.
that you have to think differently. That you have to
Yes.
think differently and define your own success. Redefine
Hmm.
success for yourself, what success means for you.
Yes, right. And this is so true, which you said, na, ki we need to delegate in as professionals, so people do. But when it comes to the home, na, they get there's a lot of resistance. Matlab, till now, people have a lot of resistance in this also. So it's very important that we
Asking
are
your
aware.
family members for help, and we have not really done that thing. Asking family
Hmm.
members for help,
To help.
putting
This
out
is
their
also
structure.
yes. Right. These are the areas in our life now where we need a lot of what I can say improvement or a different perspective, because we think that asking for help is like what the other person will think,
Ask
but it's not the case, right? Because until you don't ask, you are
is
not
not the
giving.
case.
So that's why.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. We
Uh,
get shamed for asking, and we stop asking at some point in our life.
hmm. Right, and this is very true, which you said. And also, like Debati, in you have a community named Ubuntuverse, right? So, what is this,
Yes.
and how do you see that the people in this community are choosing a conscious life, an intentional life?
So Ubuntuverse is about the word Ubuntu comes from the thing I am because we are.
Okay,
So it's
wow.
about living together. Yeah. So
Hmm.
Ubuntu is an African word, I think, and it comes as
Ubuntu.
I am because
Hmm.
we are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's not like only we can exist as only one person, and it has
Hmm.
a ripple every, and these people create conscious choices, like or consciously make choices in every area of their life. The principle is because once you do a conscious choice, you pick up one small conscious choice, it can have a big ripple effect. The person beside you might get affected, the
Hmm.
person, and that is how you, in today's world, kindness is a very important thing. I think somewhere along the
Yes.
way, we have
Hmm.
lost kindness. We have
Right.
turned everything, consumerism, the industries, the
Yes.
businesses,
Hmm.
run more from the place of greed.
Yeah. Right.
We say customer service, but
Hmm.
it's a lot of achieving numbers that they
Hmm.
run behind.
Hmm.
But what if we really looked at kindness? The
Hmm.
wars would end,
Hmm.
right? We are
Right.
facing so much of war, so much of people to people
Hmm.
migration and all. What
Hmm.
if we supported people? And this I know this seems very weird for many people, but I think a kinder world is a much better world, kinder
Much
and compassionate world,
yes. So
much
true.
better world. And
Hmm.
one by one conscious decision and the kindness, I can say now this kindness the we cannot change the world, we cannot go and stop the wars,
Hmm. Right.
but one conscious choice of kindness can
Yes.
actually create ripple effect.
Hmm.
Maybe say a school teacher, if they
Hmm.
are adopting a holistic lifestyle, they are adopting good habits, sustainable habits, they will
Hmm.
influence their students.
Students.
Many
So
of
abs-
them might get affected.
yes.
Many of the parents might get affected, inspired from them.
Hmm.
One person starts in a family, one person starts being vulnerable, being aware of mental awareness, being sustainable lifestyle changes. One
Hmm.
person starts, it can affect the other. You can inspire and affect your colleagues.
Hmm.
Maybe one small action that they can do, and you can
Right.
see that, yeah, it just takes one person to start, and then when
Hmm.
you do, and you do it consistently. Yes,
Right.
consistency is definitely one. You do it
Definitely.
consistently, the person beside you might get, oh my God. And
Hmm.
we all have that intuition what is good. We all know what is good, what is bad. We don't do
Yes.
it because out of pattern on autopilot, we keep on operating.
We keep on.
But when we see
So
one person doing it consciously, then
hmm.
we feel that, yeah, even I can break the pattern. So
Yes.
that is how it creates that is how the Ubuntu community is there. It helps people to create a much kinder world. They
Hmm.
do potlucks, different type of activities. They have sessions like this, which help people to again like connect with themselves better. They help people to find the purpose in their lives. So that, and when you do all these, when you find the purpose in your life, again it comes back that when you connect
Right.
yourself na, then you will feel more urge to make those conscious decisions and live by those conscious decisions.
Yes, and also like you said now about the patterns, people live patterns, and they're not aware of it. Since as we as coaches, since we have learned worked on ourselves so much, so we are becoming aware. But I see many people who are still not aware of these patterns and all. So I think they should connect with the coaches. And also like Debarati, what's a common struggle that you see your clients face? And that instantly shift once they implement your guidance, and what exactly do you teach them in that moment?
Mhm. I think one very common thing I see among most people is self-doubt. And trust me, be it a corporate world or be it a normal, outside corporate world, any other
Mm,
person coming to me, I see
mm,
the self-doubt everywhere. And
yes.
the self-doubt is actually there in every person before we do it,
Hmm.
right? It's only the courage that can take you forward from there. Just do it. No one
Hmm.
in the world, like, do you think Narendra Modi knew how would he perform as a prime minister before he was a prime minister?
No.
Right? He never knew that, and those jobs have much more unexpected challenges.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
don't know what they have to do. They
Hmm.
don't have a fixed job definition,
Hmm.
right? So they all learn on the go and they do.
Yes.
Yes, be it for any CEO of any company.
Hmm.
Do they really have a defined job role, job definition? They do not. They figure it out. Small
Hmm.
company from small company owners as well. Small company owners also. they don't have any boundary of what roles they have to handle. They have to handle marketing, they have to handle the client service, everything end to end. The orders, maybe if they are selling orders, everything end to end, they have to do it. So it's, and everyone gets that self doubt when they are starting that way. But it's the confidence, and that is what I say most of these people when they come in with that self doubt. Just keep on do it and keep on going. Just keep on doing. You are fearing speaking in public. Just go out and do it once or twice.
Hmm.
You will figure out what works for you. Maybe you can,
Yes.
there are small techniques which you maybe practice 100 times before being there. If you are feeling
Hmm.
really afraid or not
Hmm.
comfortable, maybe use some, we call these affirmations, like to make ourselves believe
Hmm.
that we are there in that journey. So maybe you can
Hmm.
use affirmation techniques, all these things, maybe reframe your thoughts a bit, but keep going, keep doing. And I think self doubt is something, one of the biggest thing that I see people dealing with. There are other things like self care.
Hmm.
Many common women will keep on, I do everyone, everything for everybody, but self care is the last thing we do.
Self-care is the last
But
thing,
you
right?
cannot give from an empty cup. Not only
Hmm.
women, men also, I think, are in.
No.
Men will say that, yeah, we take care of so many things, so many other responsibilities.
Hmm.
No one look, and
Hmm.
men are specifically very ashamed of being vulnerable.
Hmm.
Right. So
Right.
they will, sometimes I have heard this, yeah, we do everything for everybody, but no one really takes care of
Right.
us. We don't do anything for ourselves.
Hmm.
No one is
Right.
stopping you. Self-care is
Hmm.
what you have to start doing. You have to
To
figure out.
practice.
You have to
Yes.
set some boundaries to take out time. You have
Hmm.
to do the, and boundary setting is something people are sometimes, and they are not able to do all these self-care or find time for that because of
Hmm.
boundary setting, lack of
Hmm.
boundary setting.
Right. And
And
this is the, I
these are,
think,
I think,
very
some common.
important thing which you said. That self-care. Everyone in this on this planet, I think, should practice self-care. Because what is they don't care about themselves and they expect others to take care of them. So this is very important, I think, message. And also, like, if you had one message to give to every woman who inside they feel empty, then what would it be?
You are enough. You are enough. Just
Hmm.
go out in the world and be the unique person that you are.
Hmm.
No, you cannot feel empty inside. Raise your
Hmm.
self-worth.
Hmm.
When you know that yes, you are enough, you are
Hmm.
perfect the way you are,
Hmm.
and it's unique for you.
Hmm.
Right? Everyone is different. God has made everyone in a specific way, and you
Yes.
will find your tribe. You just
Hmm.
within our surroundings, you don't
Hmm.
find a similar type of people, and then we
Hmm.
start thinking and questioning our beliefs, our self-worth. But
Hmm.
go out a little broader. We just can't
Right.
imagine how big the world is. Just
Hmm.
go out, reach out to some more people. And with internet nowadays, it has been become much easier to reach out to people outside of your family, outside of your inner circle.
Hmm.
Just reach out more. You will find people similar like you.
Yes.
When this self down creeps in, probably just go out more, do more. You then you won't. And once you fill your cup, you feel that self worth. Then you will feel that yeah, you don't need any external validation.
Hmm. Right.
You yourself are enough. So choose yourself today.
Choose yourself. This is very important message, I think, which you said, that choose yourself, because only then we will be able to practice self-care also. We will be able to do things for ourselves and others also. So this is the basic, I think, step which everyone needs to do. And thank you so much, Debarati, for sharing your journey, about alchemy of happiness, about viewpoint to us and everything. And your journey, I think, is a reminder that purpose doesn't require any permission, right? It just needs a decision and action, right? Like whether anyone is a corporate professional or a dreamer or someone is searching for a meaning in their life, because we have so many things in our life to do. So your story proves that you can lead with kindness also, you can live with intention also, and still excel in what you do, right? So it was really amazing talking to you.
For many people think, passion. So for
Hmm.
me, something was like this. As I discovered my passion, you know,
Hmm.
I wanted, and I loved my job as well. It's not something that, yeah, I am really not pulling, but this has a much more, gives a much more deeper meaning. So when
Yes.
you must have known the framework called Ikigai. So it's about
Yes.
balancing everything, right? So
Balancing.
once you feel more fulfilled in one area of your life, that
Hmm.
also has a ripple effect. The
Hmm.
other areas of your life, even this might be something you 100% you don't enjoy, you just enjoy say 60-70%, but you
Hmm.
will be able to put a beautiful balance to your life.
Right. Absolutely. And also, if her words touched something deep inside you, then remember you can connect with her anytime. I'll share her details in the description about her program, and you can connect with her. And if you felt that this live was worth, so you can share it with someone whom you think that needs to hear this. And thank you so much, Debarati, for coming and sharing your insights and wisdom with us.
Thank you so much, Shipra. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have
Thank
a
you everyone for
wonderful day.
listening. Same to you. And do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye.